What if I told you millions of tourists are skipping the United States, and some states are paying the price more than others? Well, that's exactly what's happening right now. And stick around because you won't believe which state is suffering the most. Let's dive in. In 2025, U.S. tourism numbers were supposed to bounce back big time. But instead, international arrivals have dropped nearly 10%, costing the country up to $12.5 billion in lost spending. And it's not random. Most of that decline is coming from some of America's closest friends, Canada and Europe. Trips from Canada are down by as much as 20% in some places. From Western Europe, it's nearly 17%. So, what's going on? A lot of it comes down to politics. Travel bans, new tariffs, stricter border controls, and growing tensions with allies, all adding fuel to what some are calling a tourism boycott. Now let's break down which U.S. states are feeling the heat the most, from least to worst hit. Number 6. Michigan. Michigan, known for its lakes, forests, and friendly Midwestern charm, is also known for its proximity to Canada, and that's become a problem. Canadian car crossings into Michigan are down nearly 24%, with flights to cities like Detroit and Grand Rapids also seeing noticeable drops. For places like Mackinac Island, which heavily relies on Canadian visitors during the summer months, it's been tough. Hotel bookings are down and some businesses are scaling back operations. Local shop owner Linda Carter put it bluntly, "We count on those folks from Ontario to keep the lights on. Without them, it's a ghost town some weekends." Tourist towns along the border, especially those offering fishing trips, lake getaways, and small-town shopping, are seeing empty parking lots and fewer reservations. Number 5. New York State, outside of New York City. The same story applies here. Border towns like Niagara Falls, Buffalo, and even smaller communities along the Great Lakes depend heavily on Canadian visitors, especially for quick getaways, shopping trips, and sightseeing. But with crossings down, many local businesses are struggling to stay afloat. Niagara Falls has seen hotel occupancy rates dip significantly, and some attractions have scaled back operating hours due to low foot traffic. A local tour guide, Mark Thompson, shared his frustration. "Summer used to be packed with Canadians, families, bus tours, honeymooners. Now we're lucky if we see half that." The decline in visitors also means less tax revenue for these communities, impacting everything from infrastructure to public services. Number 4. Florida. Florida has always been a hotspot for Canadian snowbirds. Over 3 million Canadians visit the state each year, or at least they used to. In 2025, some areas, particularly along the Gulf Coast and in parts of South Florida, are reporting hotel reservations down by 60% compared to previous years. That's not just empty beaches, it's a major economic blow to small towns and tourism-reliant cities. Fort Lauderdale and Naples have both seen significant declines in Canadian visitors, along with noticeable drops from European countries like the UK and Germany, which traditionally make up a big slice of Florida's international tourism. Local restaurant owner Carlos Alvarez explained, "It's not just the hotels. When tourists stop coming, the whole economy feels it. We've cut staff, cut hours. It's survival mode." Theme parks in Orlando are still seeing decent domestic numbers, but the international crowd, especially from Europe, has visibly thinned. Number 3. California. The Golden State is a top destination for both Canadians and Europeans, with iconic cities, national parks, beaches, and of course, wine country. But with a 20% drop in Canadian visitors, and sharp declines from European tourists, particularly from the UK, Germany, and France, places like San Francisco, Los Angeles, and Napa Valley are all feeling the pinch. Hotel bookings in San Francisco's popular Fisherman's Wharf area are down, and tour operators report smaller groups and canceled reservations. The California Travel Association has even launched a campaign called California Loves Canada to try to reassure visitors. Sarah Mitchell, a hotel manager in Santa Monica, explained, "We used to see Europeans year-round, especially in the spring and summer. Now it's noticeably quieter, and the parking lots have more empty spaces than usual." Wine tours in Napa and Sonoma have also seen fewer international bookings, impacting local guides, transport companies, and countless small businesses. Number 2. Nevada, Las Vegas. What happens in Vegas apparently isn't happening as much these days. Tourism officials report up to 20% fewer Canadian visitors, and the decline from Europe is adding to the slump, especially among high-spending tourists from the UK, Germany, and France. Casinos, hotels, restaurants, They're all laying off staff, cutting hours, and tightening belts. The impact stretches beyond the Strip, affecting entertainment venues, tour companies, and even the famous wedding chapels. Marlene Foster, who works in a popular Vegas casino, described the mood. There's fewer people gambling, fewer shows selling out, and we all feel it in our paychecks. Vegas never sleeps, but some of its hotel rooms sure are empty. And number 1, New York City. Now technically, New York City isn't a state, but let's be honest, when it comes to tourism, the Big Apple is in a league of its own. It's one of the most visited places in the entire country, drawing millions of international tourists every year, or at least it used to. City officials have slashed their visitor projections by 3 million people, citing sharp declines from both Canada and Europe. European visitors from countries like the UK, Germany, France, and Italy make up a massive portion of NYC's international tourism. But now, fewer of them are walking through Times Square or standing in line at the Empire State Building. Broadway ticket sales are down, museums are reporting lighter crowds, and even the city's famous walking tours are running at half capacity. Emily Russo, a tour guide in Manhattan, summed it up. "We used to run 3-4 tours a day, now we're lucky if we book 2. That means fewer people on Broadway, fewer selfies in Times Square, and well, fewer slices of overpriced pizza being sold." So what does all this mean? It means tourism isn't just about vacations, it's jobs, small businesses, and local economies. And right now, policies and political tensions are keeping visitors, and their wallets, away. Some states like California and New York are launching campaigns to repair the damage, but for now, the numbers don't lie. Tourism is down. The big question is, will the trend reverse, or is this just the price of politics? Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe for more.